Boss, what up, brother? First here. He must have got the notification like right when I hit live. No crap. What's up, Zombie? Zombie, did you get your email notification that your package shipped? I hope so. If not, I got the wrong email. But I think you should have. Posada, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I got this in the mail today. A guy was looking to sell it on Twitter. Nothing crazy. Just a Bow 88, super rookie card. I love this card. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy it. And then he DM'd me and he just said, dude, don't worry, man. I'm just going to send it to you. And I was like, dude, that's awesome of you, man. I can buy it from you. It's not a big deal. Let me shout him out quick. I'm trying to remember who it was. I feel bad. I don't remember who it was, so we'll let people get in here. Oh, it was Eric at Bashing Dingers on Twitter. So shout out to him, dude. Shout out to you. I don't know that you watch my YouTube stuff, but shout out to you. Just getting off work right now, about to drive home and watch you. Hey, awesome, man. I'm glad I can, for those of you that get off at 5 or 6, depending upon what time zone you're in, I'm glad that I can be like some entertainment factor for you guys. And I'm actually happy or glad that you guys choose me to listen to over, a good hip-hop, punk rock, gangster rap mix, whatever it might be that you have in your car, that you have on your phone, that you could hit play at any time. But you choose to rock with me, and your boy Defness45 really appreciates that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot wait to get this dang in depth with deafness going on. So a lot of times when I don't have anything I'm going to necessarily show on screen, if it's not the camera shot for ripping cards or it's not things online that I'm going to show, I'll probably just have this up to kind of market it, get the name out there, the feel for the episodes and where they're going to be coming. Eagle Boy, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you in here, man. It's good to see you around a little bit more often, at least in my streams. And I understand it gets hectic, it gets hard, it gets busy at times. We can't be a part of every stream for everybody. You know what's crazy? Shout out to Balls. Balls will send me a text every day if he misses a stream. Sorry, brother. Sorry I missed your stream today. And I'm like, dude, you don't even have to apologize. Like, you have a life. You have a family. You have other things going on in your life than my streams. Like, I appreciate you wanting to be here and be there, but there's bigger things that are more important in life. What's up, Buckeye Cardnut? So, what's up, Dent? Good to see you, brother. So, I'm going to start off. I didn't really put it in the title, but I'm going to start off with, how many of you guys watched the Kobe Farwell today at the Staples Center? They aired it live. They streamed it on a lot of different YouTube channels. It was on, I believe, on TV as well. A couple different channels. But how many of you guys watched that? I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm going to tell you what, man. I flippin' bawled my eyes out. What's up, Jim F? David M, what's going on, man? Good to see you, brother. From Twitter. I think are you one of Ballsy's boys too? I believe you are. And David actually was one that replied to my tweet, I believe, about watching it. Yes, so nice to see you in here, brother. Good to see you. So, I'm not crying, you're crying. Man, I'm telling you what, I was bawling my eyes out, and it was really nice seeing Michael Jordan and the tears that he was in, and then to see him have the audacity to crack the joke and say, thanks, Kobe. Now you got me on another crying meme that I'm going to have to see everywhere for another 3 years. But, like, how crazy. And I think, like, I don't know, I took a lot out of it. And I guess there's a reason why I'm bringing this up, right? Some may say too people have talked about the Kobe thing too long. I don't think you can ever talk about Kobe. I don't think there's ever a time where it's too much talk about Kobe with his greatness and everything he was about and the type of person he was, and how you see so many people from many different, not just basketball, but you see people from a lot of different industries, etc., that he had some kind of impact on, right? And I'm gonna tell you what's up, Scotty? Like, what's up, Plowman? There's a lot, like, whenever I watch something like that, when it really brings me in, I try to pick up, I try to learn as much as I can from everything. Like, I'm always constantly trying to better myself. And I guess I hope that's what you guys are ultimately trying to do as well. I'm always trying to be a better father, you know? I'm always trying to be a better person. I'm not trying to change me as an individual, but I'm trying to change the way I go about life, the way I approach things, the way I look at things, the way I maybe try to process things through now instead of a year, 2, 3 years ago, and just go attacking something or somebody when maybe that's not the right angle to do, or that's not the right thing at all in general. But man, there's so many things I took away from just today's Kobe farewell, and it's pretty flippin' amazing that it's a memorial for a very iconic individual and his daughter. And look at how much of an impact Gio, his daughter, had on people. Like, just look at it. Like, how many people talked about her. The women's basketball girls that had the opportunity to meet her, that have played basketball with her, and Kobe taught both of them, right? That one chick said that Kobe was giving me the blueprint, and his daughter also the blueprint of success and to be great as a player, as an individual, right? It's more than just the sport. It's how somebody is. It's what they're about. And then to have his best friend talk, and how insane it was that he was the one, and it's fitting, right? Whether it was his wife or maybe his best friend was texting him in that helicopter before everything went down. But what I took out of it too, though, the craziest part about this whole thing was he was texting his best friend to basically get something in motion to try to help a young girl get some scholarship or grants or something for baseball or softball. I don't remember exactly what it was. And I mean, in the final minutes of his life, he was thinking about somebody else, another young child, to help their improvement, help push to get them what they want, to ultimately be great, right? And who knows, maybe down the road we'll hear a little more from this individual in baseball, softball, whatever it was she was wanting to do, because she wasn't on the actual plane. I think one of her parents was on the plane, because one of her parents was a coach or helping or something, and I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that girl that he was asking about, one of his parents might have been on with him, and that's why he was trying to get it in motion. But what's up, Isaac, Uncle Stewie? Good to see you guys. But man, Truth, what's going on, Buckeye Cards? I'm just kind of starting with the whole Kobe farewell thing, and my thoughts, and I probably should have titled it in the title, but you know, I honestly, a lot of times when I set my stream up, I put the thumbnail up, I do whatever in the morning, and I change things if something happens, but I didn't think to even change it or talk about it. I just figured I would kind of put in my thoughts and my 2 cents on kind of my feelings and my takeaways from it. But I don't think I balled that hard in a long time. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, it felt good. It felt good to just sit and sit in my chair like a baby and have the whole 9 yards. The tears flowing, the snot rolling because you're bawling so dang hard. It's like every time someone new came up and talked, it just, boom, it just started hitting again. But, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of different things you can take away from situations. And again, guys, I've said this before. I've probably said it a million times within my streams if you watched me. But I always say everything happens for a reason. And I honestly 100% believe that. Sometimes they're tragic things. Sometimes they're unexpected things. Sometimes they're good things. Sometimes they're bad things. But I think they ultimately happen for a reason to do something to help us in some way. To either get us through something, to push us to be better, a better individual, to maybe help answer some questions we have, or find out a little more about ourselves and where we're going to go and who we are. And again, like MJ said today in the speech, it's about enjoying the moment and the people that you're around, the time you have with them in those moments, right? Making memories. And I've always said myself that, the day that I pass, if there are people that show up or there are people that talk about me, family members, friends, etc., I want them to be words of, they respected me. Maybe there's something I maybe did sometime that maybe helped them. I helped them in some way. I don't want to be known as the jerk, the dickhead, the jackass, etc. That's not what I want to be about. And that's why I continue to try to work on myself. I continue to try to build myself. Hopefully the stream's not going to go out. All right, let me just do something real quick. But, again, I don't know what you guys took away from it all, and I hope you guys did take something away from it. Because I think, and if you didn't get a chance to watch it, if you were working or whatever, I would honestly recommend that you go back and watch it. And to see how strong his wife was, I mean, incredible. She gave an awesome speech about her daughter, about her husband, about Kobe, and it was incredible. I mean, I'm absolutely blown away, man. What's up, truth be told? Good to see you, man. Caleb, we'll look at it later. I got to go through this. I mean, you obviously got another deal. I don't know why you would have been banned. I mean, if you're asking about things or handouts or something, somebody may have banned you, but I will look into it later. The ceremony was pretty emotional. I watched a little bit of it. Yeah. So again, guys, if you didn't watch it, there's a difference between Kobe, the NBA star, and Kobe. Yeah, and there ultimately is. And what was super cool is, if you guys watched it or didn't watch it, is the UConn women's head coach that came and talked, and how he had tried to write something down, and he tried to relate it all to basketball, and he just said he just said he couldn't put into words right. He wanted to talk about more as Kobe as an individual or Kobe as a coach. He had talked about his conversations with him, saying, and even MJ said this, like he would text them at 1, 2 in the morning, asking a question about how do you coach a 12-year-old girl, to work on the moves, to work on things. And, even Michael would say, man, he would ask or MJ would say he'd ask some stupid questions. I always go off the term, no question is a dumb question unless you ask it, right? But MJ would even respect him for that, because he was ultimately, like MJ said, he was ultimately just trying to be a better person, trying to be a better coach, a better father, a better husband. And it was ultimately very, very, very cool. So again, guys, I kind of open it up with that because that's kind of going to tie into what I was going to talk about today anyway. I mean, you could look at Kobe and things in that nature on kind of my topic. Why setting goals are important to me, and maybe this isn't as hobby related, you know. And again, my channel is not just always going to be just directly sports cards and hobby. It's going to be about life, you know, my recovery, how I try to better myself, and you know, I ultimately try to do these things and try to be open about things because I hope that maybe it helps someone else. I'm not trying to save the world. You know, I'm sure there's some people out there that, oh, deafness over there trying to say, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm ultimately just trying to get my message out there, and maybe hopefully it touches somebody, right? Maybe it impacts or helps someone else in another way. And I hope that yesterday's stream, I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's stream because I really look forward to doing the Sundays shout outs every Sunday going forth. Seems like the feedback has been good. But I don't know how many of you guys, and maybe you guys have set goals for yourself. Maybe you guys do set goals for yourself. Maybe you've never really been a goal setter. But I think it's, in my opinion, I think it's very important. Okay? And you got to have long-term goals. You got to have short-term goals. You got to have different goals you set in front of yourself. One, short-term, so that you're pushing and hopefully getting to them and you're achieving them. Because once you achieve a goal that you set out for yourself, it helps build your confidence up. It continues to help push you to your long-term goals, to your midterm goals, whatever it might be, right? So like one of my big long-term goals, and you guys already know, is basically what this year's whole ordeal was for me, was to stream every single day this year from when I started, from when I made it a point I was going to do it, and to be positivity and consistency, right? That's a long-term goal. And because of that goal, there's been days where maybe I don't feel like streaming. Maybe I don't really want to do it. You guys, some of you who stream or do it a lot, you know how some days can be very difficult. You may not feel the best. You may not feel good. You may not feel like you don't really have anything on your mind to talk about, or you just feel like maybe you're not ready to have a camera in front of you or to be speaking on whatever on your channel. It can get difficult. It's not the hardest thing in the world. It's not rocket science, but it can get difficult. And there are times when you feel like today's just not the day. I don't want to press live. I don't want to go live. But because of the goal at hand that I have set for myself, I make sure it happens. And I don't let an excuse of this came up or that came up. There are 2 cents about there are enough places there about the yeah, I appreciate that, Jim. I appreciate that, man. Awesome. I appreciate that. I try to work on all these things. Yeah, awesome, truth be told. But if I didn't have that goal, that long-term goal or this yearly goal, I can guarantee you right now that I would not have been going steady for however many days we've been steady now. I can guarantee you I would have taken at least probably 3, 4, 5 streams off. I'm not feeling it, whatever. But I'm to the point in my life now that when I set goals and when I say I'm going to do things, I'm going to do them. You know, and it feels good to have that credibility from someone like my sister, who's 7 years older than me. She's a very close friend of mine as well. We're almost like best friends. She took care of me a lot when I was younger, when my mom was busy, when my dad wasn't around. And we're very close. And it's nice to get that credibility and to hear it even from her. When I've heard her say, when she's talked to my grandma or somebody, like if they're out of town and they go to Florida, I still make sure I make it to go see grandma on Thursday. And my grandma, be questioning my sister. Well, do you think Jeff will? I mean, he doesn't have to come down. Do you think he'll come down? Oh no, he says he's going to go down. He will be down there, and I made sure I get down there. But that's how I try to be nowadays. I try to make sure that my word is my word. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Right? Unless there's something crazy that stops me, that roadblocks me, that just makes it impossible for it to happen, maybe there's a thing here or there that I may not touch on or may not be able to do when I say I'm going to do it. But when I say I'm going to do something, I try to do it. And ultimately with goals, like this goal I have, I can't not achieve it, right? I want to make sure I achieve it. I want to make sure that, there's other goals that I have for myself physically. What I'm, making sure that I'm getting to the gym. I actually added, and I could probably thank Kobe for this, but basketball has always been a sport that I've always enjoyed playing. I've always loved playing basketball. And I stopped playing basketball for really years, besides when me and my son will go out in the driveway and shoot around for an hour on a nice summer evening or something, on a Saturday or Sunday, whatever. But I used to love playing full court. I used to go to the gym and play ball, and not just work out, but play ball. And now I'm making it apparent. I went out. I set goals for myself for playing basketball, for being consistent with it. I went and got some new b-ball shoes. I'm probably going to buy another pair of basketball shoes because I'm in love with shoes in general, and that's just kind of the person I am. And when I do things like that, it even pushes me more to want to go do it because I don't want to be somebody that just wasted money on shoes. I got those Giannis ones because they're on a special or something. I got the blue ones that are pretty dope. And then now I want to get a pair of those Dame 6s, those Lillards, because Culver wears those things and they just look sick. Like the white on the outside and then they're black on the inside, like they're reverse. So sick. And I think my son wants a pair too. But set goals for yourself. If you've never done it, try it. And don't set a goal for yourself that's not achievable, right? Don't go set a goal. Don't set a goal and say, this would be a goal, right? Okay, so you're not going to the gym, you're not working out at all right now. And you set a goal for yourself right out the gate, getting back into working out and go, I'm going to hit the gym 5 days a week for the rest of the year. 5 days a week, I'm going to hit the gym for 5 days out of the week. Every week, I'm going to hit the gym throughout the year. If you haven't been working out and you haven't been doing that and you haven't even been close to that consistency, I'm not saying someone can't do it, but that's kind of a goal that's a little too far outside the box. And you can go outside the box to push yourself, and there's nothing wrong with not achieving your goal, right? You don't want to make goals that are going to be too easy for yourself, because then I wouldn't even really call it a goal. It's got to be somewhat of a challenge. But I'm using an example here. If you've never gone to the gym lately and now you want to start working out, how about you start with 2 days a week for the rest of the year? And if you feel good enough, or you feel like you can go more than 2 days a week, then go an extra day or two during the week and see what happens. But goal setting, goal setting is not just, hey, back when you're younger, I got goals that I want to be able to, I'm in high school and I want to be able to bench press, 275 by my senior year, and I'm in a weightlifting program and I'm doing weight training every summer and yada yada yada. Or I want to run a 4.6 or 4.7 40, right? And I run a 4.9 or a 4.85. It's not just about that. You can be financial goals. It can be you're renting in a duplex, or you're renting somewhere. You live in an apartment, right? And in 2 years, or in a year or 2 years, you want to be in a duplex, or you want to be in a house, you want to own your own house. Your credit isn't so good. You want to improve your credit. Your credit score's at this. You want to improve your credit at this score, right? These are a lot of things that I have set for my own goals that I work on. My credit score is not the greatest. It's been getting better. My credit score got screwed because I screwed myself when I was younger, and then when I went through my divorce, all my credit cards from the marriage and everything else, all that crap went down the drain. And then I was in a relationship, and then I got an eviction on my thing from years back. So I've had challenges on building credit. But that's what I continue to focus on. I continue to work on. I try to take the right steps to improve, that are going to help me improve what I'm trying to focus on or work on. And not try to get things or get involved with things like going and getting, if I could get approved for 4 credit cards, that's not a smart thing to do. And then go rack them all up. Could you go get a credit card and use it for gas and put a third of your balance, use a third of the balance, if it's a $300 one, use around $100 and pay it all off at the billing, by the billing cycle each month, so that it shows you're using credit but you're paying it off right away. Those are types of things that you can do to help improve. A goal I have made for myself: when I tell someone I'm going to call them back, I make it a priority to call them back. But that's a huge thing, balls, because you want your word to be your word. So it's kind of like me. When I say I'm going to do something, if I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to be there. I'm going to show up. People are relying on me to show up. If I say I'm going to show there, if I say I'm going to stream every day at between 5 and 6, you guys are relying on me to go live. Not the whole world, but 5, 10 of you, 15 of you, maybe 30 of you if there's an auction, 40, whatever. But if I'm going to say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there, unless there's something that's out of my control that just will not allow it to happen. And then I adjust things. I do it at a different time or do it a different way, whatever. Yeah, goals have to be realistic. They have to be realistic. Basketball is our favorite sport. According to Dante and I always shooting hoops, and now my boys play for the high school. Yeah, man, Scotty, and it's one of the best ways. Like, I'm not big. Like, I'd always go to the gym every once in a blue moon and lift weights and work out. And I'm great with lifting weights and stuff. But I'm the worst when it comes to cardio. I'm the worst when it comes to doing, I hate running. I think it's boring. Me and my oldest daughter talk about it, because she's in the guard now, and she's got to go to PT and drills, once a weekend, and they just had theirs this last weekend. She stopped by after drill, and we went and had coffee, and we were talking about it, and she's got to do a mile or 2 miles. They got to do 2 miles outside in like 14 or 15 minutes. And how she just hates like running when it's just when you're not, but when it's something like basketball, like that's the thing too. If you guys are like trying to get in shape more, try to do some kind of activities and keep moving and doing the stuff that's fun for you, that you enjoy, but yet you're still breaking a sweat and you're sweating, like playing basketball. I played half court with the 4-on-4 those couple weekends ago. My God, man. I thought I was going to go there and play for about an hour and shoot myself and break a sweat, because I always wear a hoodie and put my hood up and stuff, so I get a good sweat, my head's sweat and everything. And then those guys wanted to play after I'd already shot around for like an hour, and we played another like hour worth of games. And it felt good, though. It's like I got one of the best workouts, running around sweating. And it wasn't like me being stuck on a treadmill, watching time or how far I've gone. And that plays with your mind. It's a whole mind thing. It's a mental thing, too. It's very hard. It's very hard for me to do. So, what's up, Trutho? What's up, hobbyist? That's my goal, saying I'll call you back and following up. Yeah, dude, that's it. And that's huge. Like, those are the kinds of things you need to... I feel, and again, these are all my opinions. Everything I say on my channel is what I feel, my thoughts. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm not saying that goal setting is something that might be for everybody. But if you haven't done it, try it. It's kind of like what I say with, people who are going through a lot of stuff. They have depression, or they're they're just going through a lot in life. Like, if they've never just after work or whatever just said screw everything and go on a walk for a half hour, get fresh air, just go walk. Just go walk. Think your thoughts through, think whatever, let yourself process your day. It's amazing what it'll do. It's amazing how much it'll change. It's helped me so much. Like, and again, the whole walk vlog thing started with me basically filming myself talking to my camera to myself, because that's how I felt like I was talking to somebody. And then I would upload the video. This was 2 years ago, whatever. And then I started realizing, I say this story a lot, but it was a big turning point for me, and with everything, and with the help, and therapeutic for me. But to just hit live and walk and have interaction with people, and see what's going on with other people, and hopefully help them out. And if they got questions or they got something in their mind, they can put it in chat or whatever, and we can try to talk through it. So I don't know. I think sometimes we short ourselves personally, because I think sometimes we, maybe either we're too hard on ourselves, or we don't push ourselves enough. I think sometimes we get content. We like, a lot of times we like things. We like to feel comfortable. We like to be in our comfort zone, right? And being outside of your comfort zone and pushing yourself is ultimately the best thing you can do for yourself. It's how you can ultimately improve yourself in one way or another, whether it's mentally, physically. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's all. I don't know. So, but I don't know, guys. I don't really have a lot else. You guys got anything else for me tonight? It's all good, hobbyist. We started out with the thoughts on the Kobe Farwell memorial today, which was just awesome. Bawled my eyes out. Just bawled. But right, Eagle Boy is right, man. They have to be realistic. And, like, balls, just set some things for yourself. See how it goes. You'll be shocked at how much they will improve you. Yeah, when does Heritage come out? Is it this week? Does Heritage come out this week? Anybody know? And I can't wait to be able to do my first episode of this dang thing. I'm still waiting for Lance. He never replied to my text. I'm going to have to text him again. I think maybe my text got overseen. Like he thought, well, maybe I'll have to rip a box or two Friday. I'll probably pull all the Jonas cards for you, since I always seem to pull anybody UPC or collect. Bears or your guys, your players. All right, guys. It looks like we're dropping off, so that's going to end it for the night. We'll see what brings tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll sell a few cards. We'll have a little mini auction. We'll see. I know Guns is back on tonight. He's going to do his old school Monday auction, so that he can, love you too, man, so that he can continue to make a run at the Flaherty Superfractor. So if you guys want to pop in an auction, go check out my boy Guns, Jimmy Guns. And otherwise, I think tomorrow night we'll do like a little mini auction. We'll see how things go. So I appreciate you guys all popping in. I appreciate y'all listening to me. If you're watching this later, heck, leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're at like 15:15. We got like 35 more to go to hit that 15:50 mark. Then I'm giving away those 2 optic blasters and some brake credit for BITG and probably someone else like Rippin or somebody. And then I'll do more when we hit the 1700 mark and do the 24-hour stream. So, all right, guys. I love y'all. Take care. Keep a smile on your face. If you're struggling, push through it. Tupac always said, through every dark night, there's a brighter day. Love you guys.